my friends, and welcome to episode 148 of the Kiss Army Nation podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Pasquale Veri.
And I am Clarice Pera. Welcome to the show, everyone.
As a supervisor of a grocery store, our next guest makes sure her staff listens to Kiss at work. Now that is my kind of work environment. She also shapes young minds as an elementary school teacher and runs the Dress to Kiss Instagram page. And we didn't know it, but she's also from Montreal. So let's learn more about our next guest. Kiss Army, please welcome Katina St. Onge. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Really so nice to have you, Katina. This is going to be so much fun, I'm telling you. I can already feel it. So, Katina, an obvious first question is, how did you get into Kiss?
Like most girls, her father, my dad, made me listen to Kiss at a really young age, as young as 4. And my first taste of Kiss was through Phantom of the Park.
Oh,
I thought it was like a Scooby-Doo mystery. And I would watch it endlessly on VHS. And it just really got me into Kiss. And that's where it began.
Nice. So what was it? What was was it more the music or the image or both? So because it's such a special band. So what actually grabbed your attention?
For sure was the image first, because I remember being so afraid of Gene Simmons growing up. Like, it was like that horror film that you can't take your eyes off the screen. You just want to see what's happening next. You want to see more. So definitely the image captured me first. I just thought they were so cool looking. I still do. And then the music eventually as I got older. Like around 10.
And speaking of music, so if you were allowed to own one album and only one album, which one would that be and why?
This question really, this was the hardest question that you guys gave me. And I was even I was asking my brother, my dad, I was asking my Kiss friends, in the Kiss community. But I really have to go with Alive.
Yay!
I know that is such a obvious answer or expected answer, but that was the first Kiss album I listened to, like a lot of people. And I cannot picture my life without it. So Kiss Alive, that's a really special album to me.
So Katina, we were talking off air, and again, we had no idea you were from Montreal. That was news to us when we met. And you were at the Montreal show, and you saw both Claudio and I there.
Yeah.
So was that your first Kiss show? Have you seen other shows? What have you attended?
Well, I've only seen 3 shows in my life for Kiss, because I'm fairly young. I'm 24. And Kiss has come here beforehand, like on the Monster tour, I believe.
Yep.
Could not get tickets for. I remember that. But because I'm a fairly young fan, really, I've only got to see them on the End of the Road tour, and I saw them 3 times. Yeah, all in Montreal.
So it's interesting because you're 24 years old. Your favorite album was Alive. So when you discovered Kiss, was it 70s Kiss or 80s Kiss?
It was 70s Kiss all the way. My dad taught me right. We started right from the bottom with all the 70s. And that's what really captured me with Kiss. And then as I got older, I learned to appreciate non-makeup Kiss, 80s Kiss, 90s Kiss, and so on. But really it was 70s Kiss.
That's cool, because a lot of young people discover Kiss, usually discover it within, their lifetime kind of thing, and they go backwards. Yeah. And you went forwards. So what did you think of 80s Kiss as you were discovering them?
Well, when I got older, I started to listen to Poison and things like that, those kind of hits. And then I was like, you know what? I want to give it a try. I like Eric Carr, with the makeup and all. And I really love 80s Kiss. That is all that plays in my car. I have Lick It Up in the car, so I love those songs. Forever. They're some of my favorites.
So if you could travel back to the 70s, which show would you want to see?
Love Gun. 100%.
Nice. Yeah.
There you go.
100%.
There you go.
Best stage ever.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what if you could travel back to the 80s? Which show would you go see?
I would probably say Hot in the Shade. because
Yeah.
I love the stage setup. The set list is killer. That's what really, every time I watch Hot in the Shade, I'm like, imagine being there, like, and they throw out Deuce when they haven't played that for a while. Like, that is the show to be at, I find.
Absolutely.
I love it. You know your stuff, Katina,
Oh,
big
yeah.
time. I love it. And there's a lot of coincidence here. You know, we started off with Alive, and then we always talk with past that you know, the Hot in the Shade you know, tour was fantastic, amazing. And then of course, you know, 77 when they were in the summit, you know, it's you cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. So Katina, have you ever met any members of the band?
Well, I've been lucky on social media to have had quite a few encounters, you know, with Bruce Kulick, who I've spoken to a few times, and he follows my fan page, which is amazing. But I got to meet them for the first time as a Diamond VIP at the Montreal show that they did in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it? Tell us.
It was a dream. Everybody was like, "Ah, you're crazy. Like, that's a ton of money," but they know who I am. They're like, "You know what? This is expected of you." And I went with my brother, and it was just surreal. And they brought us actually quite like close to the front of the line behind the ultimate VIPs. And all I could think to say, I was like, "Oh my God, I love you guys so much." And Gene gave me a fist pump. He was like, "That's a nice reaction," like total like Gene
Style.
line. And when I was, you know, the photo was done, it's under like a minute type of thing. You guys know for sure. I turned to Paul. I was like, "Oh my God, I love you, Paul." And he was like, "You're beautiful. You're so beautiful." I died.
No, really? Oh my
Nice.
God. What?
Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you, if you could have a drink with one member of the band, you know, alive or dead, so who would it be, and why?
Well, I think based on what I just said right before you asked me that, it would be Paul.
Paul?
I love Paul Stanley. I've always been intrigued by Paul, not only as a stage performer, but also like his personality and everything.
Okay.
And he's what really got me into guitar playing. I always wanted an Ibanez Iceman. I was like, that's my guitar. I want to play guitar. And here I am. I own two of them. They're kind of behind me. You can't really see them. But yeah, Paul for sure.
And when you had the chance to meet him, even though it was short, what did you feel being just in front of him, and you know, him telling you you're beautiful and all this stuff? So how did it feel?
It felt like I couldn't believe it. Like, I never thought after all this time, you know, like I said, I was like 4 or 5 years old getting into Kiss. I never thought I would meet Kiss. I never thought they would be in front of me like that. They were so tall. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it felt like a dream. And it hit me later, like after the show. I was like, "Oh my God, that just happened."
Lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Katina, we were talking in a previous email, and you told me that you never attended a Kiss-related event.
Ooh.
So I'm curious, have you heard of any of the events that I've organized here in Montreal?
No, I honestly have not at all. I saw when you guys posted like Paul Stanley's birthday bash, but that's
Yeah.
not something I've seen. I haven't seen any other events organized here.
Okay. Because I was organizing events here for a few years because I felt like nothing was really happening in Montreal for a very long time. We had conventions back in the 90s and early 2000s, but nothing after that. So I figured, you know, every year I was organizing something, and it was just getting too expensive, and it was hard to get fans to go. So I just stopped doing that. The last thing I did was the fan gathering for the Montreal show
Oh,
at a pub downtown.
okay. No, I did not hear about that at all. I would have totally shown up if I heard about it, meet some local fans.
Plenty of us, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So if you could attend a Kiss related event, what would it be and why?
Well, it would probably be something like that, you know, like a fan gathering to get to know more local fans, because I feel like I'm the only nutcase I know that like around here, especially that's my age. Or any like really anything, just to like hang out and talk about Kiss and honor them, or like a convention style type of event to look at merchandise or whatnot. That's what would interest me.
Have you tried getting on the Kiss cruise?
No, I have not tried because again, my age, like I'm quite young and it's really expensive. Like who would I go with, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, you want to meet fans from around the world, man, that's the place to do it. Just an incredible, incredible experience.
I'm wondering if they'll actually do another cruise, though. I've been, on forums online and stuff. Some people say they are, a lot say they're not.
Good question.
I
Yeah.
would like go on, like really, now that I'm older, more mature, like really try to get on that.
Well, Claudia and I were on Kiss Cruise 11, and they said there will be a Kiss Cruise 12 in January of 2024. Obviously, that didn't happen. But I believe both Tommy Thayer and I believe even Gene Simmons was asked, will there be a Kiss Cruise? And they said, maybe. So you never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never know with Kiss.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you still go, Katina, even though maybe they're not gonna play with makeup and stuff? Would you still go?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Me and my dad always discuss this. Would you see Kiss without the makeup? I would totally see Kiss without makeup, doing like an acoustic type of set or whatnot. I love that. I love Kiss Unplugged. I love those 90s convention clips that they've done. I would totally see
Oh yeah.
without
Oh yeah.
I find that amazing when they do that.
Kiss fans are pretty amazing themselves. They're great at organizing Kiss-related events, like Cruise Fest and Creatures Fest. If you had the means, you could do whatever you wanted. What Kiss-related event would you organize?
I would probably do something just to like I said, showcase some memorabilia or archives, really just to like get people interested. Maybe even try to get someone that's Kiss related there, something like that, performers or Kiss themselves, something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something in the style of the '95 convention. That they were showing, the costumes there. They were playing, an acoustic set. The people were asking them for songs, and they were trying to jam something there. That would be awesome. Me too. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
So, Katina, so you are very, very active on social media. So, how do you promote the band via social media? How do you do that?
Well, I've had Dress to Kiss on Instagram for 10 years now. I started it in 2014, and here I am with almost 6,000 followers. And I try to post as much as I can every couple of days. I showcase my collection. People really enjoy that. And I get the most hilarious messages like, I'll buy it from you. Or I'll just showcase anything Kiss related, or if I see a billboard of Kiss around Montreal, or people love it, or I post old photos. I post all eras of Kiss, and I've met amazing people through that page, that some who I consider my friend, and they're like all the way in Australia. So it's really fun. And through my personal page, I'll post like guitar videos or make people sick with a bunch of Kiss things. Yeah, that's what I do.
And so you're also very active when you do Kiss guitar covers on Instagram. So you were talking about your Ibanez there and the stuff. So can you give us some examples of what you do or what you have done?
Well, basically, I come from a really musical family, especially my brother, who's like wicked at guitar, like next to Eddie Van Halen. We usually do little guitar covers. I haven't done one in a while because of time and whatnot. But we basically have isolated tracks. We isolate the tracks, so all the guitars, me or us, if we ever do a cover together. And I've done Crazy Nights, I've done a Lick It Up cover, and together my brother and I did an I Love It Loud cover. And
nice.
Yeah, we're probably going to do more because now I have two Ibanez's, Ibanez Icemen. So we want to try to do like a Love Gun solo or Detroit Rock City. You have two
Oh,
guitars at
that would
once.
be awesome. Oh my
Stay
God.
tuned. I don't know when that'll be, but
That would be awesome.
yeah.
Is your brother also a Kiss fan?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Like if you live in this house, you have to be a Kiss fan.
That's the rule
It
number
has to be on a
one.
doormat. Oh my God. Yeah, he went with me to the Kiss show, all three of them actually, but we met Kiss together. I
Ah,
surprised him with a VIP pass. He was like, "Are you nuts?" I'm like, "You know this." Like, yeah, of course.
no brainer. Love it.
Nice. So you mentioned in your bio that you're an avid Kiss collector. So tell us a little bit about your collection.
Well, my collection is usually on display, like I said, but it's put away now. But I took out some pieces that are interesting. Basically, my dad gave me everything he had in his collection, which were a lot of 80s magazines, Smashes, Thrashes poster, that kind of stuff, awesome 80s, 90s reunion stuff. And over the years, I've been given things by people who are like, "Oh, I'm cleaning out my garage. Here's a big box of Kiss
Oh,
stuff."
Oh my
wow.
God.
Oh, I wish.
Lucky you.
Oh, my
I love that. Yeah.
That hurts.
Uh, yeah. And I've purchased things, obviously, but I have a lot of cool pieces, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what do you enjoy collecting most?
Right now, I've been collecting a lot of the sets that they've been releasing, vinyls and whatnot. But really, I love 70s Kiss stuff. And I
Okay.
have quite a few of them. And I've been given a crazy piece for 70s Kiss by a teacher actually in high school for free. It's
What
actually,
did you get?
I have it here. I took it out because I was like, this is my coolest piece. It's an Ace Frehley 77 pick,
Oh,
Montreal
wow.
Forum. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I love that it's from Montreal because my teacher, he used to be, well, this is back in high school, he used to be head of security at the Montreal Forum. So he had like picks galore. He was like, if you get over 85 in my class, I'll give you a Kiss pick. I was like, oh,
Okay.
oh,
Wow.
awesome. Yeah. And yeah, I have a lot of cool pieces like that. And that's one of my favorites.
Did you order the new Kiss makeup set?
I want to actually. I looked at it, but it's quite expensive. I mean, I'm crazy with makeup too. Like I have a lot of stuff, but I'm thinking about it. It's just like a bit expensive for like a little makeup thing.
Yeah, because you could buy them individually and you could buy the entire set.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a compulsive buyer, Kiss buyer. So when I bought it, I thought it was Kiss makeup. It's actually just women's makeup.
Yeah.
So yes, Claudio, I didn't stop buying. I said I would. I didn't.
I know.
I didn't. It's not going to happen. Because I
You
keep
will
telling
never
Claudio,
stop
I'm
them.
trying to control myself because financially I'm in trouble. I'm going to control myself, and I just get myself more and more into trouble. That's what it means to be a Kiss fan. That's, you know.
Exactly. Every time a package comes, my mom is like, "Don't tell me that's another Kiss thing or a Kiss shirt." I'm like,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hey, listen, I'm a high school teacher, and
hey.
it was last Friday. I saw the makeup kit it went on sale, and I was in the middle of an activity with students, and I put down what I needed to do, and I did the checkout, and I go to my students. It was like 166 plus tax and shipping. It was like 205. I go to my student. Can you press pay? And she pressed it. I go, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. Now I bought a Kiss makeup set. It's okay. It's not my, see, I put the blame on her, not on me. So it's all good. I take no responsibility.
Teach your class about Kiss?
I do. All my students know I'm a Kiss fan.
I love that. My kids too. Like I said, I'm a student teacher. I'm graduating soon. So I'm in elementary, and of course, my wallpaper, whenever I plug my computer into the smartboard, it's me with Kiss, and they're like, oh, Miss Katina, you made Kiss.
Yeah.
I collect Kiss.
I teach high school. So
Okay.
these kids are quite challenging. And when they're doing their work and everything's quiet, you hear in the background, Kiss sucks. It's like, and I start losing it. And you know.
But at least you're a high school teacher that likes Kiss. I remember I had a high school teacher that hated Kiss. and he made fun of me for liking Kiss.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah, there were many of those. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
always.
That would be so cool to have a teacher like a Pask there, you know, a Kiss fan and collector and everything. That would be awesome.
Back to your collection. What would you love to get? What would be your holy grail item?
A Migo. I'm dying
yeah.
to get a Kiss Migo. I know a lot of Kiss fans and Kiss collectors have Migos. I'm one of them that don't. That, like, I don't care which member it is. If the doll is broken, I will fix it. I'm just dying to get a Kiss Migo.
So, Katina, you were talking about, how much you love the 70s, merch, the old coin stuff. Do you normally get into the auctions? Because there are so many now. So are you part of that community?
I am. I heard about it through somebody in my Dress to Kiss community. I don't remember. I made a post like, oh, I'm dying to like find this. I forget even what item it was. And they messaged me, hey, why aren't you on the KLA? And I was like, what the heck is that? And so I joined in. Everybody is super friendly. I love being a part of it. Like it's so cool. And I love seeing what people are selling. And I've bought a few things.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. So it's really fun.
It's dangerous,
Oh,
yeah.
You feel tempted to buy everything. Yeah,
definitely. I saw you had Peter Corey on the last.
Yeah,
it's cool. I saw.
Oh, cool.
So Katina, we're gonna play a little game called Your Perspective. So we're gonna throw a number of topics at you, and you will have a few minutes to give our listeners your perspective on those given topics. I think the timing is perfect, and we're gonna start with this. So, what is your perspective on the new Ace Frehley album, 10,000 Volts?
I was actually really excited to listen to it. I have to give it a second listen, I think, to really get the feel for it. But I'm really into a lot of the hits that, came out of it, like Cherry Medicine. They're very catchy. And I got Origins too when it came out. I bought the vinyl, like the blue splatter, whatever variation. And I was really happy with it. I really liked the tracks, thought it was super cool, loved Robin Zander on it. So this one, it was just another exciting Ace album, and good for Ace. He's getting back out there again with a new album, and that's awesome. I think it's really good,
Okay.
I've enjoyed it.
Okay. This next one is going to be a bit controversial. So, what is your perspective on the Kiss avatars?
Oh, not again.
You keep your mouth shut, okay, Pask?
So many people have asked me this question. It kills me on my fan page too. Like they're like, what do you think? And I haven't really put my opinion out there. I mean, I was by myself, had my little Kiss party watching the last show on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And, what I expected at the end, I thought when they played God Gave Rock and Roll to You, I was like, oh, there's all smoke. Maybe they're doing a tribute to like everybody involved in Kiss, like Bill Coyne and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm like, what is that? I was like, is that another Psycho Circus video game?
There you go. Yeah, it looked like that.
That used to terrify me. And then I was like, oh no. To be honest, I love everything Kiss. I support everything Kiss, but I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know. I have to see what they do with it, but right now I'm really on the fence with it. But again, not really shutting the door on it. Like I want to see what it's about, but
right. But let me ask you, because we were there with Pask at the show, and not only to us, but for I guess for everybody who was there in the venue, there was kind of a feeling of confusion. So when you were watching that, so what did you feel? Did you get that they were trying to sell you, what's next, or did you take it as a celebration? How did you take it?
I really, like I said, I thought they were really going to celebrate either past members or people that really made Kiss. from the beginning. So I was very confused about
Hmm.
it. I didn't really get it, but then I was like, oh, that's what it is. They're doing what kind of ABBA did,
Yeah.
so I kind of got it like after the fact, but I couldn't imagine the people that were there, and I knew people that were there,
Yeah.
and the same reaction from them. They were like, oh, what is
What
going
is
on?
this?
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think about the shows or the last show?
you know like a lot of fans, I thought they would pull out some songs that they maybe didn't touch for a long time. So I was kind of like disappointed on that.
Hmm.
But also, they have a routine. It is a production. It is such a big set. It is such a big, everything is timed, the pyro. So it's only natural that they would stick to that set list, so that everything is tip top shape, because so many people traveled around the world to see it, as well as it was on pay-per-view. So that I was like, all right, but like I said, I really wish they attributed to Neil Bogart, Sean Delaney, Bill
Yeah.
O'Coin, and then
Yeah.
mentioned Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Bruce Kulick, everybody, Eric
Yeah.
Carr.
Yeah.
Like I was really hoping for that.
Mhm.
That was maybe my main disappointment of.
Mhm.
So how about your perspective on the following? So being a collector yourself, what's your perspective on the Creatures vinyl box set?
Oh,
What was your reaction when you saw that?
So like you guys probably, you get emails like,
Yeah.
oh, Kiss merch dropping. So when I saw that, I was like, Creatures, like I have the box set, the CD one.
Right. Mhm.
I find it really excessive how expensive it is. Like to Canadian dollar comes to like over $1,000. Like, that's how much I paid for my meet and greet,
Right.
But I mean, what I think why they released the box set, it's probably because I feel Paul and Gene still think that Creatures is kind of like an album that people forget, and an album that they still want to be a success and a hit because it didn't sell well in the 80s, and it's such an awesome album. Creatures is one of my favorite albums. So I feel like they're still trying to put it out there, and putting it in different variations, trying to still sell the album,
Mm-hmm.
That's a really interesting perspective. I never thought of that. Did you, Pasc?
No,
That
not at all.
it was maybe a move from Paul and Gene to kind of reposition, Creatures. Well, that's interesting.
Another theory I heard is that from the Creatures box set with the CDs, a lot of them didn't sell, so they had a lot of those leftover stuff, and they just put it back into another set. And let's add vinyl because fans are talking about wanting this set on vinyl. So
Yeah.
I think they, I don't know if it was Kiss or Universal, but fans asked for vinyl, so they thought, let's give them vinyl. But we have all this stuff left over. Let's also put that in there. But to jack up the price like that, did they actually think we would pay that kind of money? This total
No.
misstep.
It really is. But I think you're right about that. Like maybe a lot didn't sell because I waited to buy my set and I got it for like half price on Amazon. I really was like, wait this one out, because Destroyer, I like jumped on that. I was like, take my money, Gene and Paul.
Yeah.
But yeah, so probably you're right, because I think it is fairly cheaper now, the set, if you look on Amazon or something.
Right now it's $328 Canadian.
Ooh, okay. I paid like $150-ish.
Oh my God.
Oh, really? Wow.
Wow. Nice.
Professional shopper for Kiss.
You got the tips.
Well, another thing that surprised me was they released the vinyl version of Creatures of the Night during the 50th anniversary, when they should have done something special for the first album. And they just released a colored version, and that's it. So what are your thoughts about their lack of attention to their 50th anniversary? It only happens once.
I know. I mean, of course, I bought the colored album of that with the cool shirt. Like, we're guilty of that. But, I heard a lot of talk from other Kiss fans and Kiss pages like, oh, I think they're going to release like a huge set with demos and whatever. And I was like, that they probably will, I'm going to totally get that. But was really disappointed. I remember I was at work. I heard the ping or whatever, my email. I was like, oh, can't wait to buy it. But yeah, I was disappointed because it's just the remastered album, but colored or picture disc with shirts and $1,000 flag.
Oh, 1,500 US.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a lot. So which box set would you like to be released next?
I'd love to see a classic 70s album, like Rock and Roll Over, maybe. That's one of my favorites, or Love Gun, replicate some of those order forms from the 70s or something like that. That's what I'd like to see. So I could see one of those three.
What's really cool, Claudio? Katina, talking to you, you're 24 years old. We forget you're 24. It's like talking to a seasoned Kiss fan. Isn't that true?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's unbelievable because Katina, she touches on every single kind of key thing in history, and that's what I said, man. You know your stuff. That's
yeah.
Beautiful. Great stuff. Great stuff. So, Katina, one final question before we close the curtain on this episode. So, as a Kiss fan, how do you plan to keep the memory of Kiss alive for you? So, how will you continue your Kiss story?
Well, driving people nuts, talking about Kiss. Yeah, like I literally at work, like I literally tell my staff to listen to Kiss, and they do. So that's great. But anyhow, continue keeping the memory of Kiss alive by showing people Kiss, getting people into them, like I have actually. It's really surprising. And continuing my page. I've had it for 10 years and I plan to keep it, and as much as I can, and reach a lot of people through there, and even through my personal page, continue doing little guitar covers or posting anything Kiss related. Yeah.
And make sure to reach out to us because, as you said at the beginning, you were not aware of some of the events that Pask, hosts, and that they are amazing. So that would be great to have you as part of the Montreal Kiss family.
Yes, I would be honored to go to one of those. That would be amazing. So I'll look up if you guys do anything like that. That would be awesome.
So, Katina, it's been so awesome to have you. Again, we could be talking forever. It looks like you were so well educated in the Kiss world. It's amazing, and I love all of your experiences. So it's been a true pleasure to have you on the show. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so fun doing this.
No, like we talked about at the beginning of the episode, the special thing about our podcast is that the people that we have on is people that we know, and we are fans of those people. And if we're not fans of those people, we don't know those people, we get to know them, we become fans. And we are happy to say that we made a new friend in you. And knowing now that you're from Montreal, you bet you're going to get an invite when I host another party at my place, for absolute sure.
There you go.
Perfect.
And every once in a while we go for breakfast with Pask here at Petino's, in DDO. So we'll give you a shout, and you're more than welcome to join us.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward to it.
Nice. So once again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
To the Kiss Army, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please send them to talktome@kissarmynationpodcast.com. Until the next time, remember, never stop rocking. Take care, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and X. You can watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Podomatic, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. This is about you, so please like and subscribe to support the amazing guests we have on the show. See you soon, Kiss Army.